Welcome to the Nebraska Democratic Party 2016 Presidential Caucus Series. I'm Marta Nieves, and our guest is Jean Seibel. She is the chair of the Catholic Caucus. Welcome, Jean.
Welcome, and I'm glad to be here.
Good. The specific purpose of this series of interviews is how the affiliated caucus organizations can be tools in implementing the inclusion plan for the Nebraska Democratic Party, Presidential Caucus, and Delegate Selection Plan. We are a big tent party, and we not only welcome, but we want participation from all Nebraska Democrats. Before getting into specifics, however, would you tell us, Jean, about the Catholic Caucus and why you decided to chair it?
Well, a few years ago, some Catholics, Democrats, decided to get together, and they started their own little group, but over the years it kind of fell apart, and that was fine. I wanted to be involved in something like that, and so we did get together and then discovered that the caucus that the previous group had started within the Democratic Party had been disbanded. Lack of participation. So a few years ago, Ellen Moore and I took that challenge, and in 2014 we were reconstituted as an official affiliated caucus within the Nebraska Democratic Party.
That's great.
In the last few years, I have been asked, how can you be a Catholic and a Democrat? Well, I respond with, how can you be a Catholic and not be a Democrat? Mm-hmm. We hear the cry of the poor, we feed the hungry, we are to clothe the naked and welcome the stranger.
Yeah, that's quite a challenge.
Truly is.
Would you also tell us about the work of the caucus and what the organizational goals are?
Mm-hmm. The work of the state caucus is to be the voice of Catholic social justice within the Democratic Party and to be the voice of the democratic ideals within the Catholic Church. It's very important that these two things go together. Both are concerned with a living wage, decent housing, quality education, the death penalty, equal rights for all, and care for the environment. We care. We just care. We have discussions on the issues and find out what we can do. We've participated in the drive to raise the minimum wage, to repeal the death penalty, and will work to have the people of the state support the legislature's decision to end the death penalty.
I see. So you really are pretty active in the social justice area,
Yes.
which I think is wonderful for our citizens. Now let's talk specifically about your plans to reach out to membership and potential members, not only to promote, but to engage them in the caucus process of their respective counties.
Well, as most others are doing, we are using our email list, which continues to grow, and as well as our Facebook page, Catholic Democrats of Nebraska, to bring continued awareness of the presidential caucus in March. We also attempt to inform others within their congressional districts. As the Nebraska State Party has its central committee meetings in each of the districts, we attempt to contact as many people as we can and invite them to come to the caucus. This way we hope that they will become more interested in Catholic Democrats, as well as within the Nebraska State Democratic Party, become involved in their county party, and then encourage those people to attend the presidential caucus in their area.
Yes, because this is really very important. And we have a package of items available to assist you in just such an outreach. Is there anything else you might like to add?
Yes, I would like to quote something that the Pope said in his congressional address in September. If politics must truly be at the service of the human person, it follows that it cannot be a slave to the economy and finance. Politics is, instead, an expression of our compelling need to live as one in order to build as one the greatest common good, that of a community which sacrifices particular interests in order to share in peace and justice its goods, its interests, and its social life.
That's wonderful. That is what a wonderful world if we could accomplish that. As I said, there is a package of items available to assist you in reaching out. This is the series with the introduction by the State Party Chair, Vince Powers. Also an interview with Charlene Ligon, who is the NDP Caucus Chair. The NDP website, nebraskademocrats.org. The caucus has a specific website, http:// and Nebraska Caucus 2016.org, and these are flashing on the screen, so I encourage you to access those. This site also contains all documents and forms necessary to hold a successful caucus, as well as a PowerPoint presentation. Charlene Ligon, Caucus Chair, she can be reached at charlene.ligon at nebraskademocrats.org, 402-215-1571. Chauncey Brown, who is the NDP Data Director, and Chauncey can be reached at chauncey.nebraskademocrats.org, 402-434-2180. And I thank you so much, Jean, for being here and for your time and for your wonderful work. Best wishes to you and the caucus membership in your efforts to maximize participation. And those of you out there listening to this, we want you at those caucus meetings. Your voice is important, and we want to hear it. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.